FXBros.
Yeah. Oh man. I think I made a mistake. I think I am going to close this. Okay, y'all. We live. We're live. Yeah, I made a mistake and I closed out of my UJ position. And I went long, but I want to short UJ. That's what I'm about to do right now. I'm betting that this 4 hour that's going to close at midnight is going to engulf the previous 4 hour. And I'll put that up. First of all, Bitcoin. What the hell is going on? You just broke $80,000. Prices we haven't seen. Yeah, we 77. We haven't seen 77, like I said, since April. And a little bit early in March, we wicked down there. But prior to that, we was breaking on the upside for the first time. Go back in history. November 2024. That's when we broke into 100K. Then April went for another run into 123. Yeah. Seems as if Bitcoin is coming back down to 70,000. Possibly find some support near there. 70, 71. Maybe it's even high as 72,000. But yeah, I looking back. Yeah, I could see. I don't think it's gonna kill it as low as 52. Let's see, maybe if we could find some strong support at 70, 71, I wouldn't be mad at a little dip down, maybe a wick down into the low 60s. But yeah, I think this will be the next buying opportunity. It's going to definitely sweep this liquidity. And like I said, the structure right here is 71, 70K. That's below this liquidity. So why not tap into the sixes? 68, 66, 65, you know. And yeah, more cumulative. So you see all the accumulation it was doing right here at that price. So, you know, they did it again, and chances are they're about to do it again and go for another run. And it's probably going to be more of an exponential run, especially as we kind of been going into more of that QE type of method from the Fed. So we get a lot of liquidity injected into the market, and that'll be good for equities and commodities and whatnot. So Bitcoin. I'll say from an ETF standpoint, Bitcoin will see a lot of inflows, net inflows, but who knows what the retail traders are going to do with their money as far as buying, accumulating more Bitcoin. We just know the banks, hedge funds, and institutional investors are definitely accumulating in the 60s and the 70K. So, like I said, we might see a little bit of consolidation, which is just that, just the accumulation phase before it goes to another expansion. Yeah. But overall, that's all, predictions, assumptions. Nobody knows. Nobody has the crystal ball to see what's going to happen in the future. So who knows? But we do know the market is in deep sales, and looking at the weekly, if we get a continuation of anything like these last two candles, we for sure get into like 70-69, somewhere from there. That's for sure. Nominated. Do they not like this Kevin Warsh? Everybody talking about. I know they're trying to just create news around him, but that's crazy. I don't like Kevin Warsh. Yeah. Try to go get out of all these damn Forex trades too. Wait for the dollar. See what the dollar is doing. Yeah, the dollar maybe want to come back up and test 100 again. I feel this fair value gap sometime in the future up in 98. So we had a good little run. So over 500 pips on UJ. So that was a nice situation. But we're not here to hang pictures of pips on our wall. We got to take profit. That's a fact. But yeah, the dollar, we're looking at the 4 hour. I don't know if we got any gaps. Check and see. Yes, we did. So this was Friday, closed. We gapped up and then sold off and filled that gap. I'm currently betting that we're going to continue sales for UJ. So if that's to come true, then we definitely need to continue sales for the dollar. If not, that trade will be cut with the quickness. We are not playing. I'm tired of holding on and waiting for the market to turn around. Like, just do that when I'm not out the market. When I'm out the market. I don't need the stress. Besides, you got to think about it. When you growing your account, you're not playing with a lot of money that's going to be life changing at the beginning stages anyway. So why stress yourself out trying to hold for an extra 10, 15 pips that's only going to equate to, $50, $70, $100. Like, it's gains. Don't get me wrong, but it's unknown gains. If you know you're wrong, get out. If you know you're right, stay in. But protect your equity at all costs. And the best way I know by doing that, like I said, I don't know if all brokers allow it, but taking partials off your trade and giving deep profits. After you take those partials, the future growth of that trade is much smaller than if you would have held a large position. But like I said, we don't know. It could have came back down to your entry. And then you're gonna be wishing you would have took some money at the top. So just take the money overall. Just gotta take the money. What's up? Oh, he got the man. That's fire, dog. That's fire.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh man.
We live, baby. We live. Let's get it.
Live.
All right, can we please play Bone Thunder and Harmony first of the month on the live? Like, will we get shut down eventually?
Nah. Well,
Quick little
on a
intro.
cool, they them niggas actually probably would say something. No, keep it G. Cause I know last time when we was doing shorts and stuff, and I think I had some music behind or playing some. Yeah, they took all them videos down. So on second thought, I guess just hum the song, and that'll be good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just taking a look at the dollar, seeing what it's doing. Like we gapped up, but we turned around with a bearish engulfing for the 1 hour, 4 hour. Probably not gonna give us that. Absolutely, it's not gonna give us that. But let's see how far the 1 hour may take us. Maybe we may get back to down to 96.7, or at least under 97. Get back under there. So yeah, I'm in sales on UJ. Like I said, I made a mistake and closed out at my original position. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Even though I made a little money right quick, but I don't know why I got into buys on UJ. I mean, I guess I was just looking at the charts and like, oh, this is an area to get buys. Um, and actually looking at the charts right now, I would have never did that. So like, it's not buys right now. Like, if anything, it's just where you want to sell from. But yeah, so that kind of led me into my spiel of, yeah, man, take profit, take partials, take profit. You know, we can't we don't trade to get long held positions framed on the wall, even though I know maybe somebody may do it. You know, it might be cool if you really hit 1 million. I don't want to frame that trade, but uh, yeah, nonetheless, we trying to grow this equity, so we got to take profit. You know, if it leaves you, for the most part, we all know the range that these pairs trade at. So you know, if you got 20 pips out of AU and you see the market leaving, and you so and so start to feel you left more money on the table, like, you gotta look at it in that daily range. Like, well, you probably did leave some money, but what you leaving? Like another 50%? Like, I mean, you made 50% and left 50%. Like, how many people can say the first statement? You made 50% of the move. Like, you captured that profit. Like, I think we don't be spending too much time to think about the little things that could add up over time. You know, instead of trying to hold on. Even though that was a good ass entry I had on UJ, but like I said, it's all good. I'm gonna get another one because it was a baby entry. That's crazy. We was in sales from here originally, and the market just took off random stops. And now it's trading right back in.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna be, but I mean, just the monthly. We were talking about it last week, and just the way that it closed, it's just like, okay, it's only right.
Yeah. So yeah, we want that. We want more buys on AU. Um, yeah, that's definitely what we're looking for. UJ. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, UJ. So overall, I'm pretty sure this candle might try to push up because I know UJ does some dumbass shit, but I would like to see this 4 hour engulf the previous 4 hour candle. On UJ, that would be a nice confirmation for continued sales. But yeah, other than that, like I said, the big talk of the town that I don't think a lot of people talking about, but nobody ain't come across my radar too much. But yeah, Bitcoin is under 80K, currently at 76 and still dropping. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've been March. It's like the beginning of March and then April. We were selling off due to geopolitical tensions and tariffs. So everybody was letting go of all their positions. And then we had the crazy run up from that point from 76, 75, 74. Ran all the way up to the high that we called 123. Went past 100 with force, retested it, continue higher. And now we're back in that price range, but not only are we back in that price range, but we closing with strong candles. Like I got the weekly up, so you look at these how these candles are closing. Like they're not like wicking like these other previous like finding support. This is like I'm trying to break through something. I'm trying to go to another price, a price you didn't go to, which typically probably is going to be anywhere from I would say 71 to 69,000 for sure. Yes, it could go lower, but I would say I would like for it to get up in the 60s, the low to mid 60s. That'd be like a good place to start buying some Bitcoin. And letting that run it up. But and I think what's gonna do it is probably around that May, like April, May, when it's come time for the new Fed chair to come, with all the cuts he gonna do, and probably the bullishness behind crypto that he gonna probably voice his opinion on. That's gonna be the catalyst for the next Bitcoin run. Like it don't need nothing else but that, because it undone it. It did everything else. I mean, as far as like the ETFs, it got money pumping into it like that we never seen before. So that's one thing. But just that further government adoption and you know probably a certain I guess use or starting to call it digital gold. Like maybe that term might start to linger around. And that's how it's really gonna look like. If it could see a transition, I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe it could see us a crazy transition from precious metals to back to crypto. If that happens, we'll see. XRP back under $2 for sure. For sure, $1.50. That bitch That bitch get back under $1, boy. I'm for sure. Yeah, I'm accumulating. I wish I had like a cool $1,000 I'll put on that shit. Even us, I probably wouldn't. It's so much
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that.
It's
I
so
do
much
not like
better.
that
You
chart.
could. It's better. You could. Better places you could put that $1,000 for more sure gains.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the max XRP may go to on a good run. Like if if people start just using it, banks start using it, and the XRP coin gains value from use, the highest it could go just on some extreme shit is 100. So even if you only got 1,000 of them, it's only gonna go to 100K. Not saying that ain't no small money per se, but it's like it kind of is, depending on where you at in life. 100K, shit. Yeah, man. I did see when you had mentioned about Walmart. Pull this chart up. How it closed on Friday.
Looks good.
Above 119. Yeah, I think Walmart about to go another one. A bullish
Wait, above
daily.
119? I thought it was above 118.
No, 119.14.
Oh
One,
man.
after a bullish engulfing on a daily. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if it get back to 120, 121, and then sells off again and go back to 115, yeah, they manipulate it. They know exactly what they're doing. So they about to treat this just like it's on some Nvidia type shit. It's like, hold up, y'all niggas ain't just about to get free rich with these Walmart options. Yeah, man. Can't wait to see what that's gonna do on Monday. All stocks really. Let's see. Let's open up some news right quick. See what we got coming up next week. I think I got a good feeling what we do have coming up though. Being that it's the
Oh
first of
my
the
gosh.
month. Wake
Oh
up,
my
wake up,
gosh.
wake up. It's the first of the month.
Real. So cash your checks and come on.
Oh man, yes. Now say the verse. Yeah, bitch, I got you.
Gotta get
Oh,
mine.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Word for word. Stupid. Let's see. Monday. Let's share the tab. Everybody can see it. As you can see, all the different news for different countries coming up. But we got ISM manufacturing PMI. Curious to see what that's going to do as far as any volatility. It's usually not too heavy, but like you said, a lot of these weak ass news events are starting to move the market more so than they ever did. Interest rate decision for AU 9:30, so you're definitely gonna have volume. So probably be either looking for a trade to set up in anticipation for that, or a trade to already be kind of set in place potentially. Like
Like
they
have some order set up.
have some orders set up, especially if it's near an area where it could sweep liquidity, put some
Yeah.
orders on top of that to fade it, or like I said, the move may be engineered before the news type shit. Like you tomorrow during the day, we may see AU do a crazy sell off, and we know when news come out, that bitch may turn back up right quick. So you might
Right.
want to get out. Versus if it consolidate all day in anticipation for the news release, and it's at a high, it's a it's kind of more of a good chance that you might see sales versus a continuation of bullishness. But yeah, like I say, play it by ear. It is an interest rate decision, so it should be some volume with that on Monday. Tuesday, we got Jolt's job opening at 9 in the morning for USD. Wednesday, ADP employment change, ISM services PMI at 7:15. Unemployment change in the ISM is 9 a.m. Euro got CPI coming out and inflation rate, so that's going to be a lot of London activity. Thursday, interest rate decision again for Euro at 7:15. All right. Then 7:30, we got USD with the jobless claims. And then Friday is the big dog, NFP. NFP game. Non-farm payroll. Previous was 50K, consensus is 70K. What will it be? It's going to be negative 10K. Yeah.
So looking at that consensus, looking at the the estimate, can it hit that? And if and when that it does, or if those are the correct numbers, what is it going to do to the market?
Well, I think the payrolls, it says, of course, a higher than expected figure is just seen as positive or bullish for the dollar. So we see a bullish dollar, then we'll start to see sales for AU, which we want to see buys, or at least a pullback. So we might see a higher dollar at the end of the week. But like I said, it might engineer that right now. It might start doing that right now, and then when the news come out, it might do one little pop, run stop losses, and then sell off with the continuation of the devaluing of the dollar, which they really want. Like, damn, all this news shit, the dollar, they want that shit down. So the news is gonna do what it do, but overall, yeah, they want that dollar down. So yeah, if it like say they said the consensus, the previous was 56K. 50K, I guess. 50K and the consensus is 70K. So I guess the question is too, is that news release going to make the dollar go up? Is that enough? You know, we're not talking about interest rate decision or FOMC, fucking Trump talking or something like this. But yeah, if it does come out with that higher than expected number, then we should see an uptick in the dollar, which is going to go against the trades that everybody kind of been rocking with. And I would think, like I said, that type of shit is what they want and what they need to happen to run stops or to get better pricing to further continue that buy of the AU and sell of US, usually we would need it to flip. That's what I was thinking about getting out of that shit for right now, just kind of chilling on it until further notice. UJ tripping. But But yeah, man, that's the news. I would say, based on looking at that, we probably gonna be, I would say for sure by Wednesday, like every morning, it's gonna be some, especially that early morning, 7:15 ADP. Might get some volume for that. I don't know about the job opening. We might get some volume for that, but 9 a.m. But yeah, on into Wednesday, Thursday setups, Friday for NFP. Yeah. It's gonna be some volume. But like I say, you just gotta watch it and see. It might be, excuse me, it might be an engineer move already setting up before the news release comes out. So just be ready to take, uh, take advantage of that early in the week. Meaning like during London and tomorrow morning, you might see some
That's the
stuff
play.
set up.
Yep, you ain't lying. That is the play for this week.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be playing around on
No.
that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, trying to
Yeah.
figure something out.
No. You could get in right now. If you see the move, you at a
Exactly.
high, take sales. If you at a low, take buys. Like fuck with everybody. Like, yes, you want to wait for extra confirmation, but sometimes if you already see it's at a structure, you know what the market is, what it's supposed to do, but what it probably is going to try to set up doing based on the heavy news that's coming out this week. And yeah, take that sale or that buy off a structure, only, and you might find yourself, and this is what people like to call luck, but you might find yourself in a situation where you bought early and now your confirmation has set up, but you already up in profit. So where you would have bought waiting off the confirmation, you would have missed out on probably like 10, 20 pips. But now you up because you just bought, simply off a structure, knowing that risk to reward ratio is in your favor instead of buying at the top, having your stop loss way at the bottom of structure. You could buy at the bottom when everybody thinking of sales. Think like the damn hedge funds and the market makers buy that shit up. That's what they want to buy at anyway. Buy the structure. Sell that shit off of structure, like same thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's when I be having my best weeks, bro. When I think like that, like, oh, it's going down, it's selling, it's about to. I just start doing buy orders, and instantly, yeah, I'm gonna be down negative 10, 15 pips. As long as I'm not down 25 plus, I know I'm probably early, but I'm in the right direction. And let it settle to like the next session or that later on London said you fuck around be up, and not only you be up, but the candles move in your favor with like heavy, strong, like defined, like like the bodies of the candle instead of just wicks only. Like you caught momentum early type shit. Like all because everybody was, chasing the sale. Because sales was just pushing, but yeah, sometimes it pays out to be the first one at the party.
Yeah, those be the best entries on a great move.
Yeah, bro.
The higher the time frame, of course, the longer you'll sit in it. But
Right. Yeah, but they're throwing all this negative market move, even though it's nothing but just taking profit and more sales from retail. But they blaming it all on that dude, Kevin Warsh. I think that's his name. Because he supposedly got nominated for the next Fed chair. And based on that, they saying that's why the market fall.
it's not like when he's in, it's like March, he's like running the show. Like it's like almost a presidency. Like is there any type of grace period in between?
Grace period for what? Like for when he take over?
Yes.
I don't know. I was about to just say something, but I don't know. But I just, from what I understand, like, yeah, it's supposed to be a, like, yeah, you leave, give me the keys, I go in the office. But like you said, like,
Yeah,
fucking Jerome still gonna be on the board. So it ain't like he like moving to Hawaii and gonna be living off a beach. Like, he's still gonna be there. He's just not the chairman of it.
that's how you know all the boys cool, like to a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes we just be so gullible with that shit. Like, this shit really just a act.
Right.
I mean, then you gotta think about it. Like, people really not even talking about it. Like, look who is our president, bro. Like, this nigga has no political government, senator, fucking working in the courtroom. Like, he don't have none of that background. He bought that seat. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna be any type of games being played, oh yeah, nigga, grab the controller. This is where the game's gonna be played at. Like, that shit, like, when people like it kind of like was funny because it happened already once, and now he double backed and did it again. But it's like, bro, yeah, this nigga like a rich fucking kid that's a grown up now that made his money off in real estate and investments. Like, he ain't got no, you know what I'm
And he trying to go out with a bang. Like he trying to like go out on top. He don't want to like,
saying? Yeah, on some
you know what I'm
business shit
saying?
though.
Yep.
Not like make America great again. It ain't on that time. It's like, nigga, I'm about to get this bag.
Yep. I'm trying to set my people up.
Facts. So we can get us further ahead of Wiz, even more so than we already are. Because we
Hmm.
are a dying breed. But yeah, I feel it. I mean, hey, at a certain extent, I mean, they was doing it before. You can't fault them to continue to work that shit in their favor. Pretty sure most people would to a certain extent, but
I'm about to say,
I
so yeah,
always,
at this point,
I always
they
say, like,
trying their best to hold on.
if you, yeah, exactly. So, but if you got the same wherewithal and formula to do the same thing, that's like I said, when you signed up for a brokerage account, did they deny you because you black? Or gave you like they give you worse spreads because you black, or you only could deposit $1,000 in a month because you black and you can't deposit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the same playing field with this shit,
That's a fact.
and it's one of the
That's a fact.
few things where you have the same level of playing field. Like, you go into real estate, yeah, when you start getting to a certain level, you might see some shade. You might see some, some deals not go your way, or some permits not get approved. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, trying to hold you up. Things like that happen. The new level of redlining or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, this is nobody cares. Just deposit the money and good luck.
It ain't personal. It's just business.
It's just business. It's just business.
It's just business.
No, facts. But yeah, man, I think overall, like I said, as far as stocks go, I'm still holding ET. Um, we did get a wick down here, even though we closed bullish on that candle pin bar, but it's a possibility we probably could fill that wick with everything else selling off. But I don't know, oil Oil and gas been doing pretty good throughout it all. Like it ain't been super bad.
Yeah, it's been doing really good.
You
Well,
know
it's
what
like
I'm
my
saying?
Slumberger and
Yeah,
UCTT.
yeah. So yeah, and they down like not even 2%, 1%, like 0.5% and shit. So
Hmm.
that's good to be down that and turn around and continue bullish versus being down 6%. You know, you gotta make double of that back to break even. Uh, yeah, we'll see Monday. See what other news gonna come out. This is NFP week, so ain't no telling what could be said, what could trigger the next market move. But yeah, a lot of people are taking profit. That is the move. I mean, like I said, we got gold. Look at that, taking profit, and people are like panic selling. This is not just take profit. We would have settled at 5K, and we would have shot the fuck back up. Like this, after these two wicks right here, and then this candle closed, it would have struggled to sell off more, and it would have went up if that was the move. But we continue going low and still selling. So people are just getting out of gold. I don't know if they're going to platinum. I see platinum change, but yeah, they're not wearing gold no more. Same thing as silver. Um, S&P not selling off crazy, but damn, they don't have nowhere to sell to. Like it's been in consolidation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's real sloppy. It's not that expansion that we were seeing on these other markets. Nas 100 probably having a deeper sell, more profound sell on the charts. Like I said, I'm looking at the 4 hour too on these, but yeah, a lot of people getting out of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Seems like Bitcoin is, they don't have earnings, they don't have future profit and revenue forecasts. Like, so this is just buying and selling, and people are selling. People are closing Bitcoin positions and getting out of it. I'm done for now. Um, yeah, and it's come to think about it, it could be cheap. Remember all the banks and funds and shit, investment accounts, retirement accounts, been kind of telling all their clients like, yeah, man, you should hold some Bitcoin. 5%, 10% or whatever. Man, they probably saw their account lose 80K in 2 weeks. It was like, yeah, you can sell that shit. So when you got that plus retail, plus the larger institution people want that 60K price so they can load up some more. Yeah, man. I think we definitely going lower. But we will see tomorrow how the market opens and if we can continue to ride this wave until we catch another exponential bull run. With that being said, we will wrap it up, and we'll be back on Wednesday morning. We'll go live and talk about it.
Facts. That'll probably be like a perfect time to
No, facts.
go
It will
into,
be
you know,
to recap.
because yeah, after, yep,
Yeah, recap because we got a lot of
get that
news
news
coming.
coming out. Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are going live Friday for NFP. That's a fact.
Come on,
I
come
want to see
on.
what I want to see. I know I'm not gonna trade it, but I definitely want to see what's gonna happen. Like, are we gonna engineer the move? Or are we gonna wait for NFP to give us the move? Like, that's what I want to see. In hindsight. But yeah, man, we'll be back Wednesday. We out. You hear me?
Peace.